Good evening, brothers and sisters. It's 5/12/2019, and I'm coming on here to talk about the Iran weapon depot attack. It occurred in the past 24 hours, and then 48 hours before, the day before that, 24 hours before that, a U.S. base in Iraq was struck by 5 rockets. No reports of casualties. And the Ain al-Assad base in western Iraq was where that took place. Earlier reports before that base was struck that was ISIS had attacked in southern Mosul, which is in the area around Nineveh, biblically speaking. They killed 6 Iraqi forces and injured 24 people, including the base commander. In Nahum chapters 1, 2, and 3 mention Nineveh will be old like a pool of water, yet shall they flee away, stand and shall cry, and none shall look back. This was fulfilled during ISIS onslaught there. The Nahum chapter 3, which shall come to pass, it shall come to pass that all that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Shall I seek comforters for you? Many people have recently done videos reporting dreams and visions and words from the Lord concerning warnings that there will be an attack from Iran on the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln. That will be an event to possibly start World War III. That's what they've been told. Today, December 5th, a video on Mike 444 channel is about USS Abraham Lincoln, where it says that they will be destroyed in its current deployment. It will be destroyed, and that he's reading a dream or a vision that was given to another person. So, to find out more about that, visit the Mike 444 channel. But there's a lot of other people that have done videos on the USS Abraham Lincoln being attacked and possibly destroyed in the past few weeks. And then, of course, I did that story about Iran and the war games being played with Russia and China. So obviously that's sending a signal to the United States about, Israel and the United States' intentions of attacking Iran. But then, also there's the possibility that Iran may attack, the U.S. Carrier or something. So it just, I was warned, like I said, back in May of this year that war was coming to the Middle East. Then I've got sun and moon refuse to shine, and I want to read the scripture from Matthew 24. A day is coming very soon, brothers and sisters, Matthew 24, 29 through 36. I just feel like the Lord put that in my heart for this video. I'm going to try, like I said, to get out as many video messages as I can between now and December 10th. I'm also, working on, complying with the child law thing as far as that goes for the channel. But then, even if all of that stuff gets fixed and stuff before the deadline, still none of us know about our channels as far as this thing about being commercially viable and who YouTube is gonna, when they look at channels, who they're gonna think is commercially viable or not. And so even when people get in compliance with this child law thing for December 10th, you still don't know about the future of your video channel. So anyway, I want to read Matthew chapter 24, beginning in verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened and the moon not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together the elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When the branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day and that hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. And that's a reference to, the heaven and earth shall pass away, not the rapture. That's a mistake a lot of people make too. Go back and read Matthew chapter 24 and 35 and 36. Read it carefully. Lastly, Mount Rainier rumbles. This past weekend brought about an abrupt amount of seismic activity to Mount Rainier National Park as they experienced a 3.6 magnitude quake. It was felt in Kent, which was 80 miles from the park. And there have been a few other aftershock quakes there in as many days. A major quake there could seriously affect the city of Seattle. And for this story, the Lord gave me Luke 21:26. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things that are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. The birth pains continue to increase, brothers and sisters. And I think, my feeling is, and the reason that I presented the thing on the story of Iran, and I will do updates on Middle East stories and everything, is because of what I was told last May, that war is coming to the Middle East. Does the war come to the Middle East and then the peace plan unfold? The Daniel 9:27 at covenant with many? And then that's when we have the, because the peace plan includes the building of the third temple. And the building of the third temple has to be declared by the Jewish Messiah that they're waiting on. See you in the next upload, everyone.